Karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar. Today I bring you something very simple and very nice, and this is a pound cake. So for my pound cake, I've got some eggs here, some butter, sugar, all-purpose flour with baking powder, and I have a mixture of milk and heavy whipping cream. You can use either heavy whipping cream or you can use either milk if you wish. Whole milk, yeah? And I've got 4 types of flavoring essence here. I've got lemon extract, but I'm not going to be using this. I just wanted to give you an idea. And I'm using coconut, vanilla, and almond. Okay, so I'm going to start with my butter. Make sure that the butter is in room temperature. And you just want to break it down. This process should take about 2 to 3 minutes. And then once that's done, we're going to add the sugar. And you just want to add the sugar a little at a time, about a half a cup. Okay, and my mixer is on medium. Okay, and then once we're done with the sugar, you don't want to rush this process. You want the sugar, you don't want to have any grains of the sugar in your batter. Okay, so once I'm done with my sugar, I just want to stop the mixer, and this is how the mixture should look. It's thick and fluffy. Okay, it's not light and fluffy because we have a lot of sugar in here, but you want to make sure all the sugar is well combined. You don't have any grains. Okay, so you want to scrape the bowl before we add the eggs. And then make sure that the eggs are also in room temperature. That's very, very important. And we're going to add 1 egg at a time. And you want to make sure that your first egg is well combined. For that matter, all the eggs are well combined, well incorporated before you add the next egg. You don't have the yellow, you don't see the yellow at all before you add the next egg. I also wanted to mention about the flavoring. You can use any flavors that you want. I've seen cakes, pound cakes that have 7 flavors. Some of them have 5. Just make sure whatever you use is they balance with each other. Nothing overpowers the other one. So you have to use equal measurements. Okay, but if you're using the extract, you want to take it a little bit down. But if you're using pure, then you can add more. Okay. Okay, so now that my eggs are finished, I'm just scraping the bowl again before I add the flour. So with the flour, I've got it in 3 portions. I'm doing the alternating method here. So then goes the liquid. You don't have to wait for it to completely combine. You can just add the liquid the way it is. Because when you wait for it to completely combine, you're literally overbeating it, okay? So you don't want to do that. Okay, so now this is our second portion of the flour. And then we're finishing the liquid. Now, after you're finished with the liquid, then you're going to beat this for about 3 minutes. I finished with the liquid. I finished the liquid and I'm finishing it with the flour. It's flour, milk, flour. Flour, liquid flour. Okay. And then once you're done, you go ahead and beat this for about 3 minutes. You want your batter to be nice and glossy. Don't overdo it because then it's going to be dry and then your cake is going to be very dry. Okay. And also adding my essence here. Now you can add these flavoring essence in the milk. So that way, you do it all at one time. And for the baking part, I'm using the bundt pan. You can use any pan that you have, but the normal size bundt pan takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes to bake. Mine is a little bit deeper, so it took longer. And if you don't have the bundt pan, you can use any other pan that you have. You can use the loaf pan, or you can use the normal straight 8-inch pan. And if you want to divide this, you can divide it into 2 8-inch, and you would bake like about 30 minutes or 45 minutes for that size. Okay, so now I'm just mixing it to make sure that my batter is well mixed. I don't have any dry flour in between. You know, sometimes you do get those little pockets and then... Okay, so now my pan is prepared with fat and dusted with flour. And I'm just gonna add my batter. You see how nice and thick and fluffy it is? And that's exactly how your cake is gonna be. And this is a very nice, simple cake, and it goes very well with a tea or coffee. It doesn't require any kind of icing, you know, to decorate it. It's just good on its own. Okay, so my oven is on 325 Fahrenheit, and I will mention the Celsius conversion in the description box. Okay, and I like to put my pan in the pan. Okay, so now I baked this for about 1 hour and 45 minutes because this is a deep pan. And so I'm just waiting for it to cool a bit so I can take it out. I kept it for about 20 minutes. And you just want to release the cake before you flip the pan over. Okay, that's about it. And now I'm going to wait for it to cool. You can have it warm, it's okay, but I plan to use a glaze, so I just want it to cool a bit. So this is for my glaze. I've got some powdered sugar and just adding a little milk, about a tablespoon of milk for a cup of powdered sugar. And I'm using the same flavoring that I used for the cake. You don't have to use this if you don't want, or you don't have to glaze it at all. And a bit of corn syrup. Corn syrup helps to give it a nice shiny gloss, and also to prevent it from the sugar, prevent the sugar from crystallization, like hardening rather. Okay, so there it is, and this is the consistency I'm looking for. Like I say, it's not necessary, but if you want, please go ahead and do it. All right, so now we're just going to drizzle this to my cake, and my cake is nice and cool. And you just want to drizzle it over the cake. And nothing fancy, it's just, you know. All right, so now I'm going to clean my plate first, you know, and then I'm going to slice this, and I can't wait for you to see how this cake looks. And there we go. This is a nice, soft, and very moist cake. And you can tell by the look of it. So, thank you very much, and for more recipes, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar.